Hello, this is Eric Boles. With so much change taking place, the need for coaching, training, and inspiring our people is greater than ever. But the methods we use to coach, train, and inspire are changing as well. We're moving from face-to-face live experiences to now doing it virtually. So the question is virtual effective? Well, the answer is yes, but it is different. Over the past several months, I've had the opportunity to speak at numerous virtual events, and the feedback has been amazing. I speak with the same passion and energy I do on stage. I do miss hearing the laughter since everyone's on mute. Yet the crowd interaction is still impactful, even though it is different. It happens in real time. The Q&A that takes place goes back and forth, so immediate that it creates a relationship between me and every individual who experiences it. So I would love this opportunity to do the same thing for you. So sit back and enjoy this short video of some of my recent virtual events. But I promise you right now, passion can wane. Being fired up and emotional, it can wane. I said this way, I've been in a ton of locker room speeches at halftime with a coach who's passionate and he fires us up. And guess what we did? We went into the second half and made the same mistakes faster with greater intensity. So it's not always, right, passion and energy and motivation that we need more of. Sometimes what we need is simple clarity, like clarity of what better looks like. Because what's important for leaders to be aware of, to bring out the best in others, there's two things people need to know about and be aware of. One is, what do you want from your people? And secondly, what do you want for them? And many times we allow or we communicate to our folks what we want from them. We don't always be clear about what we want for them. And if you can do both, some of the best leaders I've had in my life, they were the most challenging. But in my mind, I never questioned what they wanted for me. Actually, they would push me so hard, but I trusted them because they were always clear. This is what I want for you, and this is what I see in you. So guess what they would do? They would challenge me, follow this here, but they would speak to the greatness in me, not just to my weakness. They helped convince me that I was more than what I was showing up at the time. There was more in me. And leaders, as we keep learning, guess what we keep doing? We keep earning because we keep finding new ways to add value. So I'm asking you the question, how are you learning every day? What makes you curious? What are you paying attention to? And when I talk about learning every day, I'm not just talking about your job description. I'm talking about even learning the people that you lead, even learning yourself. My wife and I have been married 25 years. And I tell you, the minute I stop learning my wife, that's a problem, right? Because the relationship will stagnate. We may be married 25 years, but if I stopped learning 15 years ago, I don't realize how much she's grown since then. This is true for so many areas of our lives, but really important when you're assessing yourself. So as a learner, as a leader, more importantly, how have you grown this year? What have you learned from? What have you gone through? Think about what we've gone through in the whole year 2020. Man, we've all been through some pain. Man, don't waste that pain. Use that pain. Use that pain for gain. Learn from it. Review it. Reflect back on it. That's critical. If your picture of what better looks like and their picture of better looks like doesn't match, you haven't communicated yet. You may have said words, but your pictures don't match. And the number one job of a leader is to help everybody have the same picture of what success looks like. I'm asking you right now, are there wedges you need to run through that you've been currently running around? The fastest way to collapse time is to run through. What's the conversation you need to have? What's the decision you need to make? That's fearless leadership. It's been said that a leader's success can be measured by the number of uncomfortable conversations they're willing to have. And so my question to you right now is, it's not competency, it's not confidence. You got everything you need. But what conversation, what action do you need to take for you? Nobody else can do this for you. But what's the thing? It might be in your personal life, it might be in professional life, but every act of courage you take, your confidence goes up. So that means leaders, you're gonna have to be more vulnerable, more courageous than you've ever been before. Not only do you give feedback, you got to be open to receive it. And we got to get it faster and faster. I let leaders know, especially right now, you're going to work hard anyways. So you might as well work hard with good information. The days of just working hard and not finding out how you're doing is over. Find out from your community. Find out from those you lead. Find out who in close relationship with. Hey, how am I doing? How are we connected? Are we moving forward? Here's the progress. Here's what I see. What do you see? Why? We're working hard anyways, but I want to make sure the work I'm doing, there's a return on it. But to work really hard and not know where we're supposed to go is unacceptable. So we're going to overcome that fear with confidence. Now, I'm sharing this with leaders right now because leaders, when you're willing to use your own mistakes to be coaching moments for those you lead, it changes everything because you're a walking example that there's life after a mistake. But if all you do is talk about your successes, or you don't talk about failures at all, or there's an environment where people feel they can't fail, man, to actually improve in the day and age we're living right now, we need people to fail and fail faster. We just need to define or give a new definition of the word failure. It's not failure that's the problem. It's fear of failure that's the problem. Man, if we can come together and share our mistakes, all of a sudden, I like to say we multiply our intelligence. All of us together, when I share my mistake, a bunch of people don't have to pay a tuition I've already paid. Here's the thing that I encourage every single leader I'm speaking to right now. It is critical that you are as clear about your personal goals as you are about your company's goals. Now, keep in mind, I am telling you this. This is the same conversation I'm having with you that I have with every single Fortune 500 executive that I coach. Same story. It's the same conversation that I'm having with high school students, musicians, and athletes as well. Everything is still the same. The principles doesn't change. It is critical that you have your own personal strategic plan alongside your organizational strategic plan, and that will ensure you're functioning at your best. But if you're only doing one without the other, I promise you, you're going to end up leading from fumes instead of from a healthy emotional bank account. And I had goals for the future. I have hope for the future. And when you have hope for the future, it gives you power in the present.